Whoa, Kirby, you almost fell off there. Oh my god. Yeah, dude. You should never have done that. Ever. Anyway, hello there, everybody, and welcome back to Kirby Triple Deluxe. So, after beating the game, you unlock the ability testing room. So, this just gives you a selection of abilities that you can use, you know, to your heart's content. So, yeah, you got the good old wheel, ninja, wing, fighter, beetle, bell, archer, and then circus over there. And down here, you have a Waddle Dee for you to test them out on. Or if you just want to test the raw power of, you know, your ability-less Kirby. Seriously, just do that. And then down in this room, you have whip, spark, spear, bomb, leaf, needle, hammer, and mic Kirby at your disposal. And I believe in the room, oh yes. You got Crash over here. You got Cutter, Beam, Parasol, Ice, Stone, Fire, and then Sword. And I'm supposing those are all the abilities that are in this game. Yes, they are. So, careful. You might just nuke a DDD or a Waddle Dee. Or, you know, they can survive. Next time, you're dead. You can relive the amazing finale in two ways. One way is to, well, obviously you have to go all the way back over here first. Yeah, you gotta go all the way back over to the hallway just before Queen Sectonia in order to actually be given the standardized choice of whether or not to relive battles. But basically, after beating the game, you have two options for reliving the final battle. You can either face the real masterminds, Queen Sectonia, or you can battle the mind-controlled King Mass DDD. Personally, I'd go for Mass DDD because he is just the absolute perfect remix from Kirby Superstar Ultra. Oh, and also, you can skip cutscenes simply by pressing the start button twice. Of course, I'm only at 74% completion, so that means I just have to get all the rest of the regular keychains. And I had to still beat Kirby fighters with all the abilities. But our objective for today is the boss rush mode, Arena. I'm eating. Listen, this is the only perfect arena in all of modern Kirby. This musically is honestly how it should be. Because we got a true remix, aka another perfect remix of the arena title screen theme. And you know what? I'm going into this without abilities. Yeah, I want to make this just as fun for you as anybody else does. Oh, I get to hear the best remix ever! As I say, I am a Superstar stan. So, the fact that Triple Deluxe is the only modern Kirby game to even feature the proper arena song is just incredible to me. This probably goes without saying, maybe. But I think, in my opinion, the arena theme, at least the title screen, and also the, you know, regular battle theme for it, is probably my top 2 favorite songs in Kirby history. Well, more so the battle version anyway. Yeah, the battle version of it is just so good. And it really fits. It really fits for Kirby. Seriously. Even if it belongs in a game that has Pyribbit in it, listen, this really should have been the case with all of them. Like, you saw me go through Planet Robobot last time. Planet Robobot's, like, arena theme was basically non-existent. Because it was just regular boss themes in tow, even though the regular boss theme in that game is so good. It's not the arena theme. You can tell I really like this song. But just in case you're wondering what's on the bottom screen, right here, it just basically shows you the time and the droppability and pause options. Ooh. Oh, nope, not the time for that. I gotta fly all the way up there. And this is probably the reason why I just stick with the boss rush modes in Kirby so much, or at least in Kirby Triple Deluxe when I played this, you know, on my first playthrough, because it was amazing. I stuck with these for so long because, well, Superstar at the time was probably my favorite Kirby game ever. Well, rather, Superstar and Ultra, you know, the DS remake. And yeah, anything Superstar related was just a big plus in my book. Which is why, you know, we have we have remixes of, well, the boss theme from that. Yeah, the boss theme from Super. We got the arena title screen and the actual arena battle theme, which is really called Gladiator Kirby. We got a Mass DDD remix from Superstar Ultra, which probably is just a perfect transcription of, if that's even a word, of a remix. It's perfect. It's just perfect. Like, actually perfect. Like, if you ever want to talk about, like, any sort of remixes that have been coming about from, like, video games over the years, I would most certainly tell you that, you know, Xenoblade Definitive Edition has some really great arrangements that either perfected or just did the original song so much justice and everything else. I would be here to tell you for days and days on end that Smash Ultimate definitely has some of the best remixes ever made. And they go beyond the originals, but if you just want the perfect, like, straight up remix of a song that's just updated to modern times, you really have to look no further than Kirby Triple Deluxe. Because it has the perfect remixes of Mass DDD, the arena, and, you know, whatever else it has. Yeah, it just does. Like, it's got the same beats, the instruments are updated and great. And you could even compare them side by side with the Super Nintendo version. And there would be, like, little to no difference. But I mean that in a good way. I mean that in a fantastically good way. Okay, Coily Rattler. Now I'm actually going to pay attention to you. And I missed out on the pause lore for the arena. Well, I'll get it after Coily Rattler. After I get the snake. So, yeah, not only am I doing the ability-less Kirby for the regular boss fights and the DX mini-bosses, but I'm also doing them for the arena. And, of course, the inevitable second one. Because what do you expect now? What do you expect? I mean, this and literally the last Let's Play are structurally the same, except one is effectively going to have one video shorter than the next one. Or one video shorter than the last one. Yeah, that's literally the only difference. Well, except the commentary is just different, but I just wanted to play this game, okay? Like, I felt like I wasn't really ready for my true next LP before this, so... Oh, God, oh, God. Where are you gonna go? Okay, thank you. Okay. There we go. We got it, we got it, we got it. We're good. Alright. Gonna do that. And that. Like, I felt like I wasn't really mentally prepared for, like, the next big, real LP that I was gonna do. So, I just felt like I needed another Kirby game to actually get me ready. So, behold, the second warm-up act. Yeah, the actual second warm-up act of the century. Okay, Paintra. Wow, I actually got all three of them. So I think it just goes without saying. But inhaling more than one object will cause greater damage, actually, to... Yeah, inhaling more than one will actually combine those stars together to make it so that you give more damage to the enemies. Well, in particular boss fights, anyway. Well, that's for if you're going into this without any abilities whatsoever. For any new players, I would really recommend using Hammer. Because Hammer just gives the most damage. And plus that Hammer flip ability is just way too good to resist. Like, if I were to go into this, like, with Hammer, I would be done with this by now. Like, we would be in, like, the final battles by now. But I chose this way. Yeah, I chose this way. This is how we're gonna do things. Oh, and by the way, every few rounds you get a keychain. When the mighty pink puffball pounces, even the strongest bosses will fall. Will you stand victorious and at the end of it all? I mean, let's hope so. Yeah. I'm good. I'm good with Krakow. I can handle Krakow just fine. But I know I'll definitely need a Maximum Tomato afterwards. Because I don't think we've actually... Yeah, I don't think we've actually had the second mini-boss rush, actually. Aw, dude. Come on. Alright, do your thing. Okay, there we go. Ooh. And also remember, you can actually just guard too. I've actually seen some people, some videos where they go into these boss rushes without any abilities, but they also don't dodge or guard either. Like, I prefer to just dodge, roll, and guard. But if you can do it without guarding, then that would be most wonderful for you. Yeah, good for you, man. You're definitely way more skilled than I could be. Okay, got that. And got you. Okay, there we go. Good shit, idiot. Whoop. Okay. Ooh, God. Yeah, Crackle's Arena is just like that. Oh, God, where am I? Okay, thank God. Okay. I'll definitely need the Maxim Tomato afterwards. Yeah. Definitely. By the way, in case it wasn't obvious at this point, for this arena, in this case, the boss fights are randomized. So, up until you get to, well, I believe up until you get to Mass DDD, the bosses are going to be all randomized. So for me, I get the second boss rush where there's 3 boss fights, or 3 mini-bosses, I think. Okay. Do it. Get the other one. Ah, God. Okay, there we go. If you're going into this without copy abilities, then for the mini-bosses, I would recommend that you just keep the bosses in your mouth, you know, after they get defeated. Because they'll shoot out a star that deals a lot of damage to the next one. There we go. And I believe this is the last one. Yeah, Hornhead. See, that does almost half. And I almost did like 2/3, and I basically did 2/3 actually. And besides, that's a good opportunity for you to hear the best song ever made, yeah. Oh, well, yeah, would you look at that? We're already at Mass DDD. Cool. Okay, well, admittedly, like, the first time we fought him, Mass DDD was a little bit hard for me. Well, not really a little bit hard, but he just hit me a lot more than usual. So that was probably my bad for not looking out. And besides, if I were to go into this with abilities, then Mass DDD would have been done in seconds. Because honestly, I don't know what it is, but both phases of Mass DDD have like very low defense. I really don't know what it is, but they just have that low defense. So, for instance, if you're going into it with Hammer, then, yeah, Mass DDD would probably be done in, like, 2 seconds. But as you can clearly see, Mass DDD has plenty of attacks. I mean, not just because he has the best remix ever known to mankind. You know, that's not a completely new arrangement or anything, but this is literally just a straight up Mass DDD. Ooh. Nice. Oh, God. Yeah, see what I mean? I'm not paying attention at all. Okay. You just got lucky. You got lucky. Bye. Honestly thought, yeah. Bye. Oh man. Oh man. I can't believe that. Alright, we're going into Sectonia now. So now I can actually properly talk throughout the fight instead of just Instead of just going into it like, oh hey, look, it's Sectonia, the big bad evil queen bee. That totally could have been in B movie with bonus features. With bonus features. Actually, let me count the phases, actually, from stage 5, 6, from 6, actually. So, if you count multi-phases, then, Mass DDD has 2, so that's already 2. Queen Sectonia effectively has 3. You know, the standard first phase, and then when you're going on the gem, and then, you know, back to the foreground again. So that's 5. Eternal Dreamland is, you know, that whole thing where you have to use gyros in order to shoot the cannon. So that's 6. Queen Sectonia Flower has, holy fucking god, this song! So Flower Sectonia effectively has, like, 4 phases. Yeah, 4 phases. So that's around 10. And then after the fact, you have, you know, the Hypernova phase, which is, you know, 11. So, effectively, the final battle is 11 phases long. 11 phases long. Triple Deluxe really did start the trend of Kirby game finales having like 2,000 phases of everything of the final boss, and they still go hard. And yeah, that's Kirby's voice actress, by the way. Just laughing it up. Yeah, you wouldn't guess it. You wouldn't guess it if you didn't already know, like, if you didn't already know who's been voicing Kirby ever since, you know, Smash 64. Die. Alright, then. Now we gotta go to Flower Sectonia now, but fortunately, you don't have to do the Hypernova phase. It's just the flower phase and nothing more. 3 keychains, and if you die, you lose it all. Which, yeah, you can very easily do, and that would really suck if that happened, actually. Because you probably caught it during the, during this entire fight. But the platforms actually start to disappear as you get on further in the fight. So there's a very real chance that you could fall off and actually die. So, effectively, yeah, this is a boss fight where you actually have the fear of falling off and having to start your arena run all over again from the very beginning. Alright, let's get in with the saw blades. I can guard that. I can jump that. And I can do that. Okay, there we go. I actually managed to do that. Or to snipe him. Okay. So now you're going to shoot off the lasers. Now, there is a certain attack that I got hit by in the actual fight. You know, last time we fought this thing. Yeah, that attack. If you're near a platform, if you're near the edge of a platform, there is a very real chance that you could potentially die from that. So, you just got to be extra careful with that. Your one real way of actually, you know, making sure that you can hit those evil vines or the evil flowers is to, wait. Well, that's a given. Is to effectively, well, basically Sectonia will, after about a second, will call the flowers to action, basically. And she does it in about, like, a second. And sometimes she'll do it after about 3. So that's your opportunity to attack right there. Again, I'm talking about all of this as if we are abilityless. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You just have to go for it. And by the way, on the bottom screen, the timer is just question mark, question mark, question mark. But I don't get why they needed to hide it. Because, well, we did it. 16 minutes. Well, almost 17, but there it is. Mike Kirby. Just Kirby. Wing Kirby. Fire Lion. Stone Kirby. Roly Poly. Invincible Candy from Nightmare in Dreamland. And yeah. It's a good way to grind up on keychains. And in fact, speaking of which, let me see. How many of the keychains do we actually have? It's not the nice number, but we do have 169 keychains. So really all I have left is just the random keychains to get. Damn, look at that Queen Sectonia keychain. It looks cool. Like, we never really get to see, you know, any 3D Kirby games, or rather, modern Kirby game, you know, post-era Return to Dreamland era characters in, like, sprite form, but here they are. We got Magalore, Tyranza, and Queen Sectonia right there, which is the keychain that we got from stage 868. In fact, let's actually do our gotchas. Bobo. Stactus. Jet Kirby. Let's go. Crit. Again. And 4-color Kirby, of course. Okay. Alright, well, I'm definitely gonna have to grind up on keychains. And also, beat all the Kirby Fighters people. Wait a minute. Does it actually carry over? Yeah, it does. Okay. Well, fair enough. I'm gonna have to just grind up on the keychains then. So, yep, indeed. So I guess at the very end of this, like, I'll show a montage of me getting the rest of the keychains from, like, gotchas or possibly the arena. So, there you are. Either way, next time on the Kirby Triple of Deluxes, DDD Tour. And yes, we're doing all of it. See you guys on the next time. And by the way, now all but 2 cutscenes are available. See you guys on the next time. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.